Okay, here's one. I would love to hear your thoughts on children being scared of the dark and not wanting to sleep in their rooms. Anything that I should consider? I was thinking not only them, but the room environment. I know these can be complex issues with many areas that I'm not familiar with. Well, typically this is just a simple trapped emotion, okay? So having raised 7 kids myself, I've seen this with our own kids. And one of the things, of course, that you can do with their room is you can actually put of course you want to put a night light in their room so that it's not really dark, because it's the darkness that they're scared of. Another thing that you can do, of course, is look for and try to find trapped emotions. Now, the great thing about working with kids is that usually they don't have a lot of trapped emotions. They usually just, at any given time, might just have 2 or 3. And so, if they've lived a fairly happy life, maybe they're 3, 4, 5 years old, they probably don't have a whole lot going on. So you should be able to clear whatever they've got. You should be able to clear them completely in one session, depending on what they've been through. My son had one of my boys had a phobia of owls. And before we knew really what to do and how to clear that and get rid of that, and usually you can clear a phobia like that in just with a couple of emotions removed is usually all it is. And this is the same thing. Scared of the dark or scared to sleep in their room. It's kind of a phobia of sleeping in their room, a phobia of, of the dark. You just have to ask what the underlying reason is, and you might have to think out of the box just a little and ask, some other questions if it isn't clearing it right away. But I remember when our boys are 25 now, but when they were little, probably about, I think my son might have been 4, he was really worried about owls. And the reason why is because there was a cartoon animated show that he had watched called The Secret of Nim, I think, and there's a big owl in this movie, and so he was scared of the owl. He was afraid it was going to come get him. So and we didn't know about releasing trapped emotions back then, and it might have been 3. But anyway, my wife had a bottle of, it was a water bottle. And what she would do is, for him to be able to go to sleep at night, she would come into his room and she would spray this water. Well, she put a label on the bottle that said owl repellent, okay? So as long as he saw her come in and spray all over in his room, he was totally okay and would go right to sleep. Owl repellent, so. Anyway.